They say the ones who smile the most often hide the deepest wounds. Grace Holloway was one of them, the perfect wife in the perfect house, with the perfect lie living under her roof. For years, she played her role, loving wife, loyal sister, doting mother, never realizing her husband had already burned her world to the ground. Suburbia hums with predictable charm. White fences, hydrangeas in bloom. The sun rises like clockwork, and behind the neatly trimmed hedges, the Holloway home looks like a page out of a furniture catalogue. But inside, there's a silence that rots. Grace Holloway stands in the kitchen, barefoot, stirring tea. Her robe is tied tight around her small frame. Her eyes, once bright, now dull, stare blankly at the steam. Grace, VO. They say silence is peace, but sometimes silence is a scream that no one hears. Daniel walks in, shirt pressed, tie sharp. His smile is the kind that politicians wear, polished, practiced, empty. Daniel, morning, babe. She forces a smile. Grace, morning. He kisses her cheek. Mechanical. She doesn't flinch. She's used to the cold, used to pretending. The children chatter in the background. Her sister Lily is helping them pack their school bags. She's young, carefree, radiant in the way only the truly selfish can be. Lily, you're such a big girl now, Emma. Let's get that hair tied up. Grace watches from the corner, her tea forgotten, her thoughts loud. Grace, VO. Lily moved in after her divorce, said she needed family. I said yes, because that's what you do, right? That's what big sisters do. But something shifted when Lily came. Daniel laughed more, stayed home longer, watched her. Grace tried not to notice, tried not to feel the sting, but silence, it doesn't lie. Night, the children sleep. Grace sits by the fireplace with an old photo album. There's a photo of Lily holding her youngest daughter, Belle. Something in the girl's eyes catches Grace, a flash of Daniel's smirk, the shape of his nose. She turns the page, but the thought lingers. Grace, VO. They say children resemble their fathers, but Belle, she didn't have her father's eyes. She had my husband's. She scrolls back through texts, finds old messages, birthday cards, a photo of Daniel and Lily too close at a barbecue. She's shaking now, but not from fear. Grace, VO. I wanted to be wrong. I prayed I was. But prayer, it doesn't change truth. She books an appointment, a DNA testing service. She takes Belle's toothbrush, slips it into her purse like a thief. Then Daniel's razor, the trap is set, and still the house is quiet. Envelope arrives. Thin, lifeless, but it weighs 1,000 pounds. Grace opens it with shaking hands. Eyes scan the text. 99.9999% match. Grace, VO. There it was, in black and white. Daniel, father of Belle, and Anna, my husband, my sister's lover, my life, a lie. She doesn't scream, doesn't break. She walks into Lily's room, calm. Grace, tell me the truth, once, just once. Lily, shaken. Grace, I didn't mean for it to Grace. How long? Lily crumbles. Lily, 5 years. It started, it just happened. Grace, 5 years. She nods. Grace walks out. No rage, just silence. Attic dust. Grace finds an old box, Daniel's journals. She reads. Grace was safe. She was predictable. Lily was fire. I'm going to leave her soon. Once the kids are older, each line slices her open. She's not strong enough to live without me. She needs me. Pathetic, really. Tears fall, silently. Grace, VO. I loved a man who saw me as furniture, who mocked my loyalty, who wanted my sister, my home, my everything. She closes the journal, and a part of her heart. Grace sets the table. White linens, candles, roast chicken, wine, laughter. Daniel smiles. Daniel, this feels nice, like old times. Grace, I thought we needed a reset. Lily laughs. Belle and Anna play. Everyone eats. Grace pours the wine, watches Daniel sip. 10 minutes pass, Daniel coughs, his face pales, he gasps, collapses. Lily screams, "Grace!" Softly, "Shh, let it happen." She kneels beside him. "Grace, I gave you everything. You gave me nothing." Daniel convulses. Lily sobs, dialing 911. Grace waits. Police arrive, questions are asked, but Grace doesn't resist, doesn't lie. "Grace, I killed him, and I'd do it again." Courtroom, Grace in a plain dress, calm. Her voice shakes as she tells her story. The betrayal, the lies, the children. Judge, do you feel remorse? Grace, I feel sorrow, but not regret. Grace writes, "To my children forgive where I could not, love where I lost, be more than I became." Her words echo beyond the walls. Her story spreads, online, in interviews, as a caution, a confession, a legacy. Lily, older, bitter. Reporter, "Why did you sleep with your sister's husband?" Lily, "Because I wanted what she had. I thought if I took her life I'd be happy." Reporter, "Were you?" Lily, "No, I was just alone." 15 years later, Grace walks out. Grey streaks her hair. Her children wait at the gate. They embrace. "Emma, we know why you did it." Grace weeps, not from pain, from freedom. Thank you for joining us for this true crime documentary. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on more chilling story true life crime.